Today on the channel, we're continuing our Marvel X-Men Charred Build-A-Figure Wave series with video 3 featuring Marvel's Chamber and Monet St. Croix on Way I Got It Figured.
The way I got it figured.
Sup figure fans, Way I Got It Figured back with another Marvel Legends review. Trying to get all these out. There's been some challenges in the family, so I'm trying to do what I can to keep the schedule. And so far, I guess it's kind of working out. But want to get these videos out, get this video out to you, and not break the schedule. So we're gonna run through Chamber and Monet, both members of the X-Men, but also have their roots in Generation X from the late 90s or mid 90s, I guess. We're gonna run through these guys really quickly. So starting with Chamber's package. There's Chamber with his fire effect, which is literally his head is an actual fire effect. I was wondering whether he was going to be like a full action figure underneath, or how do you make that work? Well, I saw how they make it work, and we'll get into that. On the side of the box, you got some artwork of Chamber. You've got the cross cell with the Build-A-Figures parts for Chad, and of course he is number 6. And then on the back you got a glamour shot, and Chamber comes with 2 fists. That's what you get in the package. I'm looking at Chamber. It looks like he's on the often reviled suited body with the kind of sharp tip shoes. He does have pins in his legs, but he doesn't have pins in his arms. And he looks cool. He's got a leather jacket on and everything like that. And that's cool. And then, you know, if you remove his head, you know, there's a full figure there. So when I do the articulation, I'll do it without the head. So we might as well get into that now. So you got your normal Marvel Legends articulation. Those arms don't want to go up that high. He's got an ab crunch. Goes back about there because of the jacket. Waist swivel, the normal Marvel Legends legs. He does have an ankle rocker, ankle pivot, as you can see, and the usual wrist articulation. So like I said, Chamber's one of the Generation X characters. When Emma Frost became a good guy and her and Banshee were running a school, they were kind of running the school of gifted youngsters or some variation of it. And he was one of the inaugural members. I really like what they did with the figure. You know, he's not essential for me, but if you're an X-Men collector, he's, you know, I would say he's at least a C tier character. He's not a D or E. He's definitely somebody that a lot of X-Men collectors would want. And I do think it's cool how they handled the power effect of his constant flame that replaces his mouth, basically. I wonder what would happen if he ever lost his powers. Would he just die? I don't know. It's like he doesn't have a bottom face. It's all blown out. So that is Chamber. And then we're going to take a look at Monet real quick. So we'll start with her package. And that's the front. Some artwork of Monet on the side. Her cross cell, she's number 3, so she comes with a leg. And then on the back, she got a glamour shot, and she comes with the opposite hands of what's on here. So she comes with a fist and a sort of grasping hand. So quickly looking at the figure, you know, her outfit is, you know, pretty basic. They could use this for the other Generation X members as well. Should they make them? Of course, she has these sort of bangles on her arms and on her boots. And they actually seem like separate pieces. Not that they're going to come off because you can't really take the feet off, but they could clearly, you know, reuse this body for other Generation X characters. And her portrait's pretty nice. Definitely captures the haughtiness of Monet. My favorite Monet moment actually came in a World War Hulk X-Men comic book where she proclaims that she's invulnerable, and Hulk, not having time to deal with her, tells her to go be invulnerable in New Jersey, and he basically throws her to New Jersey from Westchester, New York. And that was a pretty funny moment. So looking at her articulation, you got your standard thing, but you got these shoulder pads there that's going to hinder it a little bit. She's got this typical female waist with no actual articulation in the waist, but this articulates to make up for that. She's got the new arms and looks like the new legs too, so no pins on Monet. You can get her in a pretty decent flight pose, and I gotta say, I do like the hand choices that they made for her. Her head, as is typical with long-haired females, her head articulation is a little bit compromised, but you know, it's okay because we really want the appearance of the character, and she does that well enough. So there you go. Thankfully, I could run through these pretty quickly, and we can get to final thoughts pretty quickly. Before we do that, though, of course, we gotta go through the Build-A-Figure parts. So Chamber comes with the... Ooh, this is weird. I'm not sure, but this looks like it's backwards. No, it's not backwards. It was like in a backwards position, but he comes with the left arm. That was odd. Left arm of Chad. No additional like fisted hands or anything, just the arm. And then the left leg comes with Monet, same as the right leg. And of course, we're going to build this figure once I've completed the reviews for the figures that they come with. All right, now we'll move on to final thoughts. All right, final thoughts on Chad Build-A-Figure Wave, Chamber, and Monet St. Croix. They're decent figures. There's not a whole bunch going on with them. It's not like some kind of weird, elaborate stuff with them. I like what they did with Chamber. I really do like this figure. I like the black jacket, the leather jacket, and all that. You could actually probably get this Chamber and, put somebody else's head on there to make it somebody else. If you want to do that, maybe it would look cool. And I like Monet as well. I mean, it's a basic X-Men Generation X outfit, but it does the job. So with that, I'm going to give Chamber a way I got a figure rank of 8, and I'm going to give Monet St. Croix a way I got a figure rank of 8. I definitely like them better than the previous figures that I've reviewed thus far, because they work as action figures, even though I really still regret that I couldn't give Emma Frost a higher rank because of the articulation. But no articulation issues here. They're regular figures. Even Chamber is he's a regular figure. He's not really compromised very much by the energy effect. So that's where we're going to be on those. And I will have the next batch of guys. We only have 2 left before we get to the charred wave, the charred build a figure video, and rank the rest of the figures in the wave all together. All right, so that'll do it for this one. Thanks guys again for supporting the videos, for watching the videos. It means a lot. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you're already a subscriber, definitely drop me a comment. How do you feel about the X-Men, the wave, these figures explicitly, and all that kind of stuff. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I will see you on the next video. Peace.
The way I got it figured.